Welcome back. So we're going to finish this car. Okay, we're done. We've made huge progress thus far. So we're going to continue from where we left off. We've converted a huge part of these NURBS surfaces. We're going to convert here now. So let's dive straight into the class. So we'll just click here. I think here is kind of okay, but we're having some irregularities. We can fix that later. Okay, so Control 1, and we'll just hit, before that I think we are making a mistake. Go to our edges, double click this to extrude, then we can pull this in like so. Let's see if this did a job for us. It kind of did, but we're having issues here because, okay, let's just hit a 2. So the next thing is to add edge loops, right? So go to insert edge loops. I'm holding shift and hitting my right mouse button. Okay, then okay, I think that's all we need there. Come here to and add this. You got to be real careful here. Actually, I think that did the job. Okay, 3. We're having some irregularities here, like see here. What is happening is that let's see again. I'm going to slide some of these edges down. Okay, 1. Let's use 1. Maybe I'll go into the edge mode. Sorry, W. Okay. So edge mode, click, go to my mesh tools, slide, using my middle mouse button, I'll slide this down. Let's see, okay, sliding this down. So let's go back, hit a 3, and let's see what we got. Okay, I think it's better off. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah, we're going to clean up this kind of. Okay, we're going to clean up this now. I don't know what caused these issues. We're not paying attention, I guess. Okay, so to clean up this, let's see. Let's go back. Let's see. I feel okay. We need add. Yeah, we need add the detail in here. We're supposed to put in an edge loop. Okay, so let's add one here. Like so. Okay, that should give us what we want. So let's go back. Okay, not perfect, but at least something that is very close to what we're looking for. So with this, you can just we can do that later. Let's just move on. Okay, so that is that for that part. We'll go back to our probably here. Okay, here. So let's probably rebuild this. We can convert directly. Coming here, we have an 11.1. If we should go, that should be modify, convert. If we should go, make sure you're using general quotes. If we should go 11.1, that is 12.2. We're going to be adding a value to this always. That is if we want to keep up with the division here. 12, this is 11, 1, that will be 2. Let's hit apply. This does not look off, so let's keep this here. Add selected. Okay, add selected, and I should be here now. Okay, I should be. So I think for this one here, wait a minute. Add selected. I think I made a mistake. Let me do that again. Okay, I would apply this again. Apply, right click, add selected. Okay, yeah, that's what we have. So we could just clean up that. We will clean up this soonest. Okay, So we just go to vertex and begin to move this into perspective. Maybe we might need to add more, should I say, more edge loops. That might give us the detailings that we need actually. Okay, so I think it's time to add more edge loops. We'll take care of this later on. Okay. Okay, move this in. Move this in. Okay, move this in. Move this in. So looking at this thing generally, probably I might have to add more, like more edge loops, like here, here. Let's see, one here, here. So this can make us to have a better hit my W. So with this I can decide to then correct some of this part that is not okay, a bit out there. Same here, in just a bit. Okay, so I'm trying to be as fast as I can. That may be a bit. Okay, then push this in. So let's work with this. Okay, let's work with this W. I'm still feeling some things and some are not yet in the right position or something. Okay, let's just work with this. If it's not, if yours is not okay, you may have to keep doing it until you are okay with what you have. All right, so Control 1. I would go to my that should be, I would go to my edges, double click, extrude. I think that should be this way. Okay, should be that way. I'll hit my 2. Then let's start adding our edge loops. So we'll add one somewhere here, add one somewhere here, add one somewhere here. I just want this to be as, should I say, right as possible. Add one somewhere here, maybe add one somewhere here, maybe add one somewhere here too. It depends anyways. So 3, okay, then W, Control 1. So I think object mode. So I think we can, work with this for now. Here, so we're going to the back of the car. Is that fine? Okay, so this is what I'm having now. At times you might have to rebuild, okay, and do some editings there. Okay, so we're moving forward to the back. All right, for the back, we are having this. Now take note, I want this and this to be one piece, so I'm going to weld. I want this and this to be one piece, so I think we just finished this. Let's check. So let's begin with this side and this side. So first thing I will do is to get this sorted. Coming here is 7 7. Okay, with 7 7, let's see if that would give us what we want. 7 7. Sorry, I come again. Click this. I modify, convert. Okay, 7. Am I correct? Okay, 7 and 7. Hit apply. Good. Come here, right click and add selected. Okay, so just make sure it tallies well with this part, which is most important. Make sure you're having something nice here. So I'll just go to my vertex and begin to maybe use my normal. Okay, and start making sure it aligns well. Okay, start making sure it aligns well. And okay, it's too much, just okay. And probably I can, as if I like, I can add more edges. All right, so this is more like it to me now. This clean enough. Okay, so I think I would leave it at this point and call it to be okay. Okay, so right now I'm having this now, which I think I can, you know, convert if I want. So let's check something here. Sorry. Okay, so sorry for that. Okay, so I'm done with here. So the necessary points to notice this place here. So I'm going to probably just get this up for now. I'll check my attribute editor is 12 by 4. So I would love to maintain that. That'll be 13 by 8. I'll just add one across. Sorry, 12 by 4. That'll be 13 by 5. Okay, apply, and I think I'll work with that. Let me see if rebuilding could help out here. Okay, it's 12 by 4, so let's rebuild first. Let's see. Rebuild 12 by 4 times, okay, maybe not bad. So let's convert this again to modify. Okay, get this down here. Okay, so we do 13 by 5. 13 by 5, apply. Okay, let's just use this for now. I'll add this here, add selected. So I'm having this 2 now. Good. There's something I was supposed to take note of which I didn't. First thing first. Okay, this is too much. I was supposed to use about, I'm going to weld this, right? So since I'm welding, I want the number of spans running in this direction to be equal to this. Here I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I want this to be 7 too. So I will undo what I've done. Okay. I think this 13 here is, okay, I will want it to be 7, 7, apply. Okay, then come here, right click, add selected. So let's see now. So right now, okay, so right now I'm having this 2. Though it's irregular, but I should be able to come up with something great in the long run. So this can be welded to this. Okay, let's see then. Okay, so what I will do is simple. I would want to make sure these are well aligned. So I would first let's click this and then be sure that it's all good. Okay. What am I using actually? Click, go to my normal. Then push this in a bit. Okay, then for those parts, I'm gonna just push this in like so. So I won't worry about this for now. So I think I've combined this already. Okay, so I will then slide these edges, go to my edges, go to my mesh display, go to mesh tools, I guess, slide edge, click this. I'll slide this down. Let's see. Okay, I think that's a good spot. Slide this down too. I think there might be some issues here. Okay. Okay, I think it's sliding downwards now. Bit up. I think that's enough. For this, it's okay here. Okay, it's fine. This has to go up. Double click. Yeah. Okay, so I think we are good at this point. Next thing I would do is I would come here and separate them again. Object mode, separate. Reason being that I would love to do something here. Control 1. Go to my edges, click this edges, just click them. Okay, hit my W, make sure it's word and just shift them back a bit. Okay, Control 1. I'm going to click this and this, or combine again. So this is where the magic happens. I'll go to my mesh tools, target weld, and begin to weld them. Okay, so this was what I had in mind when I was making sure this tallies. Okay, so right now it's a single object. I can go back to my object mode. I can hit my 3 to see how that surface looks like, and here. Okay, so at this point I will still check to be sure that all this thing is the way it's supposed to be. Then if I'm okay, then I can hit my Control 1, go to my extrude. Sorry, I was supposed to go to my edges, double click this, go to my extrude, and maybe pull, sorry, maybe pull this down. What's happening here? Undo that. Okay, pull this down instead. Okay, 2. So now I can go back to this and hit my 2 and begin to add my edge loops. So I want something to run across here and across here like so. Maybe here I want something here. Sorry, one should be here. Maybe here too, depends on what I want. So let me be sure. Okay, I think this can fly. Control 1, click, hit my 3, W, undo that last one. Okay, hit my 3 and let's see what I have. Okay, so you can see we have something great to work with. Okay, so I had to, well, don't forget. So let's repeat that. I would want to have, let's say, let's check. Okay, so I'm done. Sorry, this should be here. Add selected. Okay, so we have this. So I would love to have these two together. Don't forget, this might be a bit dicey because of the irregularities in all of these polygons trying to play a role. Okay, we got to be very careful here. All right, so let's see. Okay, for this to work, I think we just have to tell ourselves the truth. I would prefer, instead of deleting this, which will not work, I would rather add some edges here to, equate for this. Okay, so let's see. Let's drag this down a bit. Before we add, we can just choose to come here, Control 1, and let's select. Okay, we've not. Sorry, we need to rebuild first. We need to convert to polygons. That's all we had. Okay, let's do that first. Let me start from here. Okay, or let me start from here. Okay, let's start from here and let's see what we can do. So, attribute editor, we have 19.5. So if I stick to the 19.5, it will give me something like this. 19, that will be 25, 26. And obviously this might not be what I'm looking for. That means there'll be a lot of work to do. So I'm having 19 across here. Okay, what if I decide to come low to 11, let's say 5. So let's see what this will bet. Add selected. Let's go there. So if I hit my 3, that's what happens. Okay, not bad. So we're having I used 11.5, so I'll keep this 11 constant so that I will just roll directly. So I will keep the 11 there, and I will go to come here. Here is giving us 12.7. I think that 12.7 should be from here. Okay, let's check something. This is already 19.5. I think I set it for 11, right? So here will be 11. Then I can maybe use 11.8 probably. Add selected. Okay. Then so let's see. So we have this two. Let's check. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we've got to be careful here. So far we use the same value here, that means they're equal. So we have to use our slide edge to slide them down until we have what we're looking for. So I would close this. Okay, I think it's the last time we're going to be using this for now, so I can close it now. So before we begin to do all of those detailings, we have to come in and start dragging in our vertex. Probably I'll double click and go to normal. Okay, whenever I'm moving just a vertex, I will use normal. It depends on your universe times. So for this, we could just drag this here. Okay, then just put finishing touches to this. Sorry, just a bit, maybe a bit there. Okay, so for this I could pull this in a bit and okay, then for this, let's start with this first. Vertex for this, I gotta go in and maybe pull this down like so. I think I will need more vertex. Okay, so that shouldn't be an issue for me. Bring it in, probably take it up a bit, bring it in and probably take it up a bit. So I think this should work, kind of. I think it's then here I might just have to do just something simple. Okay, Okay, so here too, I got to check out for this. We bring it down a bit and take it in like so. Sorry, take it in, take it in, take it in. Okay, take this a bit in, depending on what I want. Take it a bit in. I got to be careful here, because if I'm going to be adding edge loops here, I have to add more from the other side to make sure they are aligning well. For this side, I might need an edge loop actually. So I'm adding an edge loop. I'll have to add from this side so that I can weld them well. So what it means is, if I merge, make here to work, I might have to come in here, and I think I have to correct something here. I have to come in, let's say I go to my edges, go to add one here, can add one here and one here if I like edges. Sorry, go to my vertex W, hit this and maybe put this into place. So I have to make sure I add same number from the other side. Okay, so I'm having this now. I think I can work with this actually. Okay, so I think this is cool. So to make sure this is okay with this, though I'm okay with this, but because I added 2 here, and I want to add up those 2 somewhere around here, so I would go to my edges, hold shift, insert edge loop, and just add up 2 here. Hit my W and I'm good to go. Okay, so but before we begin to weld, we have to correct this too. So we come in and begin to make sure those tallies, sorry, maybe move this in. Okay, move this into, move this into, and move this into. Okay. So we're having this. I think there might be an error here. Let's be careful. So yeah, this is what we have now. Okay, I think this can fly. Let me just correct something here. Let's see. Okay, we can do that later. Let's see this. Let's see what's happening. For okay, let me hit my 2. Sometimes if you forget to add your edge loops rightly, you begin to have these issues. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's cool. That should solve that problem. So let's continue. So time to time we might have to go in and make sure. Sorry. I think I added an edge loop here. Okay, let me do that again. Insert one. I'll add somewhere here. Okay. Okay, I think we are good. So let's finish up with this now. So we're going to weld. So I'll click this. Sorry, make sure hit your 3. Click this. I would combine. Before we combine, okay, we have to do this. Go to Ctrl 1. Let's shift this off a bit so that we can, maybe we can use vertex instead this time. Hit and drag them in like so. Okay, so I think this is good enough. So Ctrl 1, here and hit this, and combine, so we can begin to weld. Okay, so let's be sure they are all lining up the way they should. So okay, let's just move it in straight up. Target weld, zoom in a bit, and let's weld this with this. Okay, 2, 1 actually. Weld this with this. Okay, makes sense. This makes sense. This makes sense. We're going to have a good stride here, a good ride here. Let's see. You gotta be careful here. Okay, let's be careful. I think at this point I have to, let me see what's happening actually. W, go to my vertex and maybe push this in. Okay, so back to edges, mesh tools, target weld. Okay, can maybe, sorry, vertex, maybe weld this first. Hope I'm doing the right thing and to be very, very sure. Okay, and check this out first. Okay, let's see. I'll just leave this to Control 1. Okay, so I have 1. Okay, I think there's a problem here. This is more because this goes with this. This goes. Okay, I think it's complete anyways. Vertex, mesh tools, target weld. This goes with this. Okay, this goes with this. This goes with this, and this goes with this. Okay, so that is that. So we have been able to, weld this. In that case, we may have to correct some irregularities here. I think that should be coming from this part. Okay, I will double click and 2 settings. Alright, I would go to my vertex. Okay, then push this up a bit. So let's see what we have now. Okay, not so bad. Hit a 3 and we have this. Okay, so right now we're going to convert it to more of a 3D, so 3D surface or something. Let's Control 1 and go to our edges, double click, hit this. Is that fine? And let's extrude this in a bit. Okay, then 2, and we're going to begin to add edge loops. So right click, go to insert edge loops, and let's add something here. Let's add something here. Let's add something here. Okay, let's add something here. Maybe add something. I'm not sure of this. Just let's be sure if that will not strain or destroy what we are building. Let's see. I knew this will happen, so we don't want that actually. Okay, we don't want that. Let's see again. W. Okay, let's see what we've got. Okay, I think this is a nice surface. Okay, those details are there, and Control 1. And all right, I think we are virtually kind of done with. Let's see. Let's come here. Okay, I've not added this yet, so click, sorry, right click and add, sorry, add selected. Thank you. So here we are having this as a 3D surface for our car. We could still go in and do more detailing, in the long run, but that is that. Basically, it's something we can just start with. So let's bring back our grid. We are having this. Earlier we were having this NURBS surface, okay, and right now we are having this. So the next thing we're going to do is to bring up more detailings as concerns our, should I say, our headlights or headlamps, so to say. And we have to bring in our tire. Remember, we modeled the tire in the last class. We have to bring it in and begin to add up more and more. We have to still mirror and so on and so forth. So see you in the next class. Okay, and before we finish up, we would have to delete we don't need this. Let me show you what I'm talking about actually. If you click this, if you come in here, if you observe, we're having some polygons here. So we don't need these polygons, we could just delete them. You can hit your one and delete all of them actually. So let's see, we would clean up those and make sure that everything lines up well before we will start texturing and lightening the scene. You can see you in the next video. Thank you.